Hello, my name's Michael Evans.
Richard Owie.
Richard Chilton.
And we just finished playing Dead of Winter,
Meh.
a crossroad game.
I found this playthrough to be incredibly stressful compared to the last one. The last one, I was just focused on getting the colony to survive and maybe fulfilling my secret objective. This time, it seems I was a traitor. Who knew? Well,
I did.
They all did at a certain point when I made what would be a stupid decision for anyone but a traitor to make.
I had
And
to freak
then-
out at that point.
And then go back and watch the video where he's trying to argue logically that no, you have to do this, you have to do this. No. We need the morale. We didn't need that morale. Because I had to make sure I killed off all but one of my survivors.
If he
And-
wasn't exiled.
No. The only reason why I was able to kill off all my survivors and not lose the game before the second to last one died is I was exiled. Thank you, people, for exiling me. In this game, whenever a survivor dies, one morale is gone. I had a ridiculous number of survivors working for me, and, that happened. I had to kill them all off.
Make omelets, break eggs.
Yeah. I could only, to fulfill my secret objective, I had to have one survivor who was armed with a device that gave him a learning ability, a device that gave him food, a card that gave him medicine, a card that gave him, what's the other one? Fuel, that's it. I had some spare junk anyway, as well, just in case.
A lot.
He had junk in the trunk.
So, anyway, if you haven't watched the preview, there was somewhere between 1/3 and 1/4 chance that one of the players at the table will be a traitor.
And we'll have a link to the playthrough in the description.
Basically, you have two secret agendas for each player, plus one betrayer. They're shuffled together. Each person is dealt one at random. So the first time since we had a 4-player game, there was a 1 in 4 chance someone would be a traitor, and a 1 in 3, and a 1 in 2, and a 1 in 9 chance somebody would be a traitor, then 1 in 8, 1 in 7, 1 in 6. The way it worked out was there was a 1 in 9 chance of being a traitor, 0, 0, because I got the first card.
And up until you did that, Mike thought everybody else was
I
the
was
traitor.
sure. No, I was sure there was no traitor.
Yes.
I honestly didn't think there was a traitor up until that card came up, and he chose badly.
If you have the option of killing 8 zombies,
No.
Or not killing 8
I
zombies.
almost thought it was just Richard Chilton being Richard Chilton, until he also screwed over until there was a good 50-50 chance he's the one that screwed over one of the crisis things.
I had to make sure people died
Now-
at the right time.
Now, had he not done that first, made the bad choice first time, and then screwed over the crisis thing, I would have thought it was Richard Hovey. I would have been sure it was Richard Hovey, and I would have been convincing everyone to exile Richard Hovey.
I did that on purpose. It was my first time playing. I decided to confuse the issue.
Yes.
So, what did you think of the game?
I kind of liked it. It's really...
Okay, there's basically 2 levels to the game. There's the keep everybody alive, then there's the win. If everyone stays alive and you don't fulfill your secret objective, you lose. If you're not the traitor and everyone else dies, generally speaking, you lose. If you're the traitor, you sometimes have to keep people alive just long enough to win. But in this game, because I was exiled, in theory, if they fulfilled their victory conditions and someone hadn't died to destroy the last piece of morale we had, we could have all won. Even the traitor.
No, I would have failed, because my goal was to have 3 things of food.
Yes.
And this game required me to use all my food to ensure that we survived.
Or you say, well,
No, we wouldn't have had enough. We would have died 2 rounds earlier.
Yeah, we would have
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
See, the game is all right. I don't think it's as good as everyone makes it out to be, because this is like one of those, everyone's like, oh my god, it's such a great game. It's fine. Although there's two reasons that I'm not as all gung ho for it as other people are. One, I don't like the fact that if I'm doing watching a zombie movie or something like that, I realize in the real world people are going to be more dangerous than zombies. but in my entertainment, I want a bit of
Suspension of disbelief.
Yes, I want to think that okay, no, the zombies are the real thing. This one is sort of like The Walking Dead, the game, because it's basically sure there are zombies in the background, but it's the people you got to watch out for. That's why I almost stopped watching until Negan. I almost stopped watching The Walking Dead because I was tired of like, oh no, what's the people gonna do? And
It's
oh look,
Fear,
the zombies
it's
in
Fear the
background.
Walking Dead. The new season there.
I've never watched Fear the Walking Dead.
It was
This
great
is
up
series.
until you realized that the
But anyways, this is not that. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is I'm not as gung ho on this game. I have a friend before I got it, like I was looking into it, and a friend of mine got it, and so he goes. When I get to the game, he goes, "We want to play Dead of Winter." I'm like, "Oh, good! I want to try Dead of Winter." Get there, he hands me the rule book. Now teach us. Well, why didn't you learn it? It's your game. Like, no, we want you to teach them. I'm like, fine. So I read through and I taught them. So next week, like, we want to play again. I'm like, okay. So get there. He hands me the rule book. Teach us. Like, we just played last week. You don't. You can look through skims. I don't understand. There's some things I don't remember. So I got to skim through the rule book. So, well, why didn't you like teach us? Okay, fine. So the next week they want to play it again. I'm like, okay, fine. Rule book. No, if you want to play a game and you own it, the new rule is you learn it and you teach everyone.
Now,
So that sort of turned me off of this game a little bit, but I do still enjoy it.
now there were two things I haven't seen addressed by the FAQ. One, the special abilities allow you to draw and keep an additional card at a various locations you search. I'm not sure whether that means you draw 2 cards initially and can keep both of them, or you draw one and go through the normal search bit, or you draw and then draw another one and take whatever that is. The other one we're not sure of is if event cards are triggered immediately as soon as you get them. Not item cards, I think they are triggered immediately, but we had a slight debate. You'll see that during the playthrough. Unless somebody edited it out because he was wrong.
Now, my wife enjoys it. Actually, my wife enjoys this more than I do. But this is one of those games where if someone has it out, ready to play, and knows the rules, and like I say, if I get a chance, or if we just glance through the book and for a refresher, that's fine. I don't mind playing this game. If someone asks me, let's play this game. If someone says, you have that game, do you mind teaching us before I get there? That's fine. But if I don't get to play this a lot because, like I say, I have a lot of other games that when I get together with friends that they're like, okay, well, I got these games. Well, okay, let's play those games. So this one, people don't really ask me for this, and I don't usually suggest it.
Yeah.
I suggested it for the video because Dead of Winter and Winter makes sense.
Yes.
It's a good game.
Oh, we may have skipped over the synopsis of the game. Basic bit is zombie commonly of zombie survivors. Winter is hit. You have to find food and other supplies by searching various parts of the town. You have one area set aside as a colony which you keep safe. But each time you leave the colony, there's a chance you'll be bitten, and you can either get frostbite, wounded, be bitten, in which case you show up dead at the place and may infect everybody else there, or you're safe. 50-50 chance you're safe. 1 in 12 chance you get bitten. The rest of the chances are wounded or frostbite.
But basically, it's not a bad game.
No, pretty good.
No, it's enjoyable. If you like Hidden Trader games, it's a really good one. The crossroads are interesting. I would like. I don't know. It's just. It seems like okay. Oh, nothing happened. Nope, nothing happened. Oh, nothing. More often than not, I like them to be easier triggered. There's a game called Gen 7, which is supposed to be another one. Only there's no. I don't think there's a hidden trader in it, and it takes place in space. So it doesn't. I don't have that problem with the zombies that are like a secondary concern. Like I say, basically you're in a spaceship and going off someplace. You were in a cryogenic chamber, and something happened, and you were woken up to take care of it. You have to go find out what happened. I think that would be more interesting.
One thing I don't like about it, there's too many freaking agendas. You've got an agenda for yourself. You got an agenda for the colony. You've got another agenda for your overall for the game. Then you've got an agenda each round to do, all while you're trying to survive. No.
Yeah.
And then you got crossroads.
The crossroads are basically things that could be triggered at some point or another. Example: if character A is in the character deck, that is, he's not in play yet, and someone searches the school, they stumble over him in the school. Do you A, save his life, which gives you an extra character and a useless survivor back in the colony, or B, go, oops, I was a bit slow on that, but hey, that food you were carrying, thanks.
Now, yeah, like I said, the personal goals are basically if there's a traitor, that way everyone's acting suspiciously, so you don't automatically know who the traitor is. I understand why they did it, but I agree with Richard. That's just a bit too much, I think.
Yeah, basically you always have a new crisis each turn. It has to be dealt with. There's the long-term goal that you picked at the beginning of the scenario.
I think there's a cooperative variation on this. I think that might be a bit better.
Yes.
Like I say, it's one of those. I don't want to play against the other players if I don't have to. With everything else going on.
Even as the trader, it was hard to play against the other traders, the other players. And
You're
I
not the
tried to
trader
time
we
things
were.
so the turn after they discovered I was a trader, I could win the game.
Now, Battlestar Galactica is sort of like this. Only you don't have those hidden objectives.
That's
So
everybody's
it's
asylum.
it doesn't falsely set people up to look like a traitor. Because there's so much going on that you don't have time for that as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the same for this one. I don't know for.
Oh, by the way, in the game we just played, at least once the crisis was not averted because I just didn't put cards in because I didn't want to help.
I think it was only once we didn't make the crisis.
Yes, and that was the time that I could have solved the crisis, but hey.
No, there was twice. There was
Twice,
once,
one that didn't
once,
matter.
Once no one put cards in because no one had cards or didn't want to put cards in, and the other time someone tanked it,
Yeah.
which confirmed that you were the traitor for me.
Yes.
Because everybody got frostbite
Yeah,
from
and
that one.
I needed to have everyone except one guy killed off as soon as possible because I finally managed to get everything I needed. So I just had to kill everybody off in such a way that I'd bring morale down to 0 with the last death.
But anyways, long story short, it's a good game. Not my favorite game. Not the first one I'm going to pick off the shelf. But if someone wanted to play it and either already knew the rules or warn me ahead of time that they want me to teach the game, I'm fine playing it. But I'm probably not going to pick it up and choose it myself.
When we played it just now, this was our second run through for myself and player X, and the first time for Hovey.
So it's not a difficult game to pick up. It's not a difficult game to teach. But if you don't know the game, first off, someone hands you the book when you first get there and want you to teach.
The rule book is not necessarily put together the best way.
Oh, plat hack! It's plat hack games. Now, I love plat hack games. A lot of the games, I've got quite a few of the games. Quite a few of the rule books are awful. Like Mice and Mystics is the worst. Still, I think the worst rule book I've ever seen. This one is all right if you have time to read through it.
Yes.
More
Graphics than actual rules. Anytime there's more graphics than actual rules, But then again, I play, right now I'm playing through God Even's Blitzkrieg 2, where the rule book is about this thick. And we've lost the game since last year, but hey, we're still playing. And after that, we'll go back to World in Flames Deluxe Edition, where the rule book is about this thick.
And are there any pictures in there?
Couple illustrations, but very, very few, and it's just illustrations to show how you move your counters. That's another thing about this game. If you had flat counters for everything, as opposed to stand-ups, I think it would be an easier to play game because we spend a reasonable amount of time looking through to see, okay, is this my survivor? No, is this my survivor? No.
I think it's because there's so many survivors. If you have one character, I think it might be easier one character.
Yeah. But even then, you're
Right.
searching for the entire pile.
Yeah, because again, and that's another thing that doesn't make sense. If you're a trader, fine. Why is this whole group going? Oh, let's do all this in the larger group? It was like one character would have made sense.
Yeah. Well, in my case, the hidden agenda I had to make sure there was only one character alive at the end of the game.
Wasn't that after the, or was that your
No,
betrayal
That
one?
was the betrayal bit. The original betrayal bit was zero morale. My character, my only surviving character has a gun, is outside the colony, and I have 4 cards in my hand, 4 specific types of cards in my hand.
Yeah, so, to make a long story short,
Yeah.
we like the game.
Yes, it was a good game.
Yep.
And since you're betraying or not betraying based off of cards, it's not like diplomacy or something like that, where you have to find the right point to shove the knife in. But if you have played diplomacy before, remembering you have to be loyal until that time comes to shove the knife in, well, that's a standard in when it plays diplomacy. And I showed it to somebody who's still angry with me about 20 years after the fact. I was able to convince somebody twice in 2 different games that I made a mistake and accidentally invaded his homeland. You think I would have learned after the first game? We may have just lost a subscriber.
I thought he didn't talk to you, so would he really be
No,
subscribing to
he's
us?
one of the people I play with every
Oh,
Sunday.
okay, so, does he still believes that you?
No, he knows. I betrayed him.
He won't
both
fall
times.
for that. a third time.
No, I mean, before watching this video. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is McCarthy Boards. If you like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and comment. We love getting comments. We have a Facebook group. Wow, description, link to that in the description as well. Other than that, I think that's all we have to say. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.
Bye.